Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
History Grade 10, the Songhai Empire. Question. Before its decline, the Songhai Empire was a powerful and prosperous state. Critically discuss the reasons for Songhai power and prosperity until the 15th century. Question interpretation. The question asks you to explore the factors that contributed to the power and prosperity of the Songhai Empire, focusing on aspects such as leadership, trade, learning, and culture. Let's us first look at how to answer this question. 1. Start by introducing the Songhai Empire, noting its prominence in West Africa before its eventual decline. 2. Provide context for its rise by briefly mentioning previous empires like Ghana and Mali, emphasizing how Songhai capitalized on their decline to assert dominance. 3. State the intention to discuss in this essay the key factors that contributed to Songhai's power and prosperity until the 15th century. 4. Use independent paragraphs to present each point clearly, providing a detailed explanation of the point and critically discuss its significance in making the empire resilient and prosperous. Each point should be backed by specific historical evidence to support the argument. 5. In conclusion, conclude by reinforcing the key reasons behind Songhai's power and prosperity, summarizing how factors such as strong leadership, strategic trade routes, cultural advancements, and military strength contributed to the empire's success. Here is the essay. Introduction. The Songhai Empire, at its zenith before its eventual decline, was one of the most powerful and prosperous states in West Africa. Its rise to prominence was marked by a combination of various strategic factors. By the 15th century, Songhai had surpassed its predecessors, including the Mali Empire, and became a central force in the region. This essay critically examines the factors that contributed to Songhai's power and prosperity. Prior to the emergence of the Songhai Empire, West Africa had been dominated by earlier empires such as Ghana and Mali, which controlled extensive trade networks and accumulated wealth through the commerce of gold and salt. However, by the 15th century, the Mali Empire began to experience internal strife and external pressures, leading to its decline and creating a power vacuum in the region. Seizing this opportunity, the Songhai, initially a vassal state of Mali, asserted their independence under the leadership of Soni Ali. By capitalizing on its location and combining them with strong governance and military innovation, the Songhai Empire was able to surpass its predecessors in both size and influence, ultimately emerging as a dominant force in West Africa. One of the key reasons for the Songhai Empire's rise to power was its geographic advantage. The empire was strategically located along the Niger River, which served as a vital lifeline for trade, agriculture, and transportation. The river provided fertile land for farming, ensuring a steady supply of food to support a growing population. This agricultural stability contributed to economic prosperity by sustaining local markets and supporting trade. Additionally, the Niger River acted as a natural highway, facilitating communication and trade between different parts of the empire. Furthermore, Songhai controlled major trans-Saharan trade routes, which connected West Africa to North Africa and the Middle East. This control enabled the empire to regulate trade and extract wealth from merchants passing through its territory. The ability to dominate trade routes significantly contributed to Songhai's economic and political strength, reinforcing its status as a commercial powerhouse. Trade was the backbone of the Songhai Empire's economy, and its ability to control key trade centers contributed significantly to its prosperity. The empire engaged in extensive trade in gold, salt, slaves, cola nuts, textiles, and other valuable goods. By monopolizing trade, Songhai ensured a continuous inflow of wealth that financed its military, administration, and development projects. The gold mines in the southern regions of the empire provided a steady flow of wealth, while salt mines in the Sahara ensured the supply of one of the most important commodities of the time. Salt was highly sought after in West Africa for food preservation and seasoning, making it a valuable trade item that further enriched the empire. Additionally, Songhai implemented a well-structured taxation system, where traders and merchants were required to pay levies. These taxes provided a consistent revenue stream that helped finance the empire's administration, military, and infrastructure projects. Beyond trade, Songhai also had a strong agricultural sector, which ensured food security and economic self-sufficiency. The combination of trade and agriculture made the empire one of the wealthiest and most prosperous states in West Africa. The success of the Songhai Empire was also due to its effective political leadership and strong administrative structures. The empire was ruled by powerful and capable leaders, particularly Sani Ali, 1464–1492, and Askia Muhammad, 1493–1528. Sani Ali was known for his military conquests and expansionist policies, which helped to secure trade routes and strengthen the empire's territorial control, ensuring continued economic prosperity. After Sani Allah's death, Askia Muhammad took power and introduced major administrative reforms, making the government more centralized and efficient. He appointed governors to oversee provinces, established a strong bureaucracy, and ensured that taxes and laws were enforced fairly. This structured governance prevented internal disorder and allowed the empire to efficiently manage its vast territories. Additionally, Askia Muhammad promoted Islamic governance, implementing Sharia law to create a structured and stable legal system. His efforts in governance allowed Songhai to maintain order, prevent internal rebellion, and efficiently manage its vast territories, solidifying its power. Another major factor behind Songhai's dominance was its powerful and well-organized military. The empire had a strong army, which included infantry, cavalry, and a naval fleet that patrolled the Niger River. This well-equipped and disciplined military force allowed Songhai to expand its territories, defend against external threats, and secure trade routes, which ensured continued prosperity. Sani Ali played a crucial role in strengthening Songhai's military, using both diplomacy and force to expand the empire's borders. His conquest of Timbuktu in 1468 and Jen in 1473 brought immense wealth and further established Songhai's control over key trade cities, reinforcing its dominance. The military also played a role in defending the empire against external threats and suppressing internal revolts. By maintaining a strong army, Songhai ensured that its trade routes remained secure and that its territorial integrity was preserved. The combination of military power and strategic expansion enabled the empire to dominate the region for over a century. Islam played a crucial role in unifying the diverse populations of the Songhai Empire and promoting intellectual development. While Sani Ali had a mixed approach to Islam, Askia Muhammad fully embraced Islam and used it to strengthen his rule. He actively promoted Islamic scholarship, encouraged the construction of mosques, and supported the spread of Islamic teachings. This religious unification helped to create a common identity among the empire's subjects, reducing internal conflicts and ensuring social cohesion, which contributed to stability. Timbuktu, one of the most important cities in the empire, became a renowned center of learning, particularly through the University of Sankore. Scholars from across Africa and the Middle East traveled to Timbuktu to study subjects such as astronomy, medicine, law, and theology. The promotion of Islam also brought Songhai closer to North African and Middle Eastern Muslim states, enhancing its trade and diplomatic relations. Additionally, Askia Muhammad's pilgrimage to Mecca in 1497 further strengthened the empire's reputation in the Islamic world. The emphasis on education and religion provided the Songhai Empire with a solid ideological foundation that contributed to its stability and prosperity. Beyond military and economic power, Songhai maintained strong diplomatic ties with neighboring states and distant trading partners. The empire established relations with North African states, Egypt, and the Ottoman Empire, facilitating trade and cultural exchange. These relationships allowed Songhai to access advanced military technology, Islamic scholarship, and valuable goods. Arab and Berber traders introduced new techniques in agriculture, architecture, and governance, helping Songhai to develop its infrastructure. By fostering peaceful diplomatic relations, Songhai ensured uninterrupted trade and reduced the likelihood of costly conflicts, contributing to both power and prosperity. The ability to engage in diplomacy ensured peaceful trade agreements and prevented unnecessary conflicts with other powerful states. By maintaining strong foreign relations, Songhai reinforced its position as a major player in West African politics and trade. A stable and productive agricultural system also played a key role in the empire's economic prosperity. The fertile floodplains of the Niger River allowed for extensive farming of rice, millet, sorghum, and vegetables, ensuring food security and sustaining the population. Songhai farmers used irrigation techniques to improve agricultural productivity, ensuring that food supplies remained stable even in times of drought. Additionally, cattle herding and fishing along the Niger River supplemented the economy, providing meat, dairy, and fish for local consumption and trade. The abundance of food supported a growing population, which in turn contributed to the expansion of the empire's workforce, army, and merchant class. A strong agricultural sector ensured that the empire remained economically self-sufficient, reducing reliance on external sources for food and resources. This stability allowed Songhai to focus on expansion and trade rather than food scarcity, further strengthening its prosperity and power. However, the prosperity of the Songhai Empire gradually waned following the death of Emperor Askar Mohammed in 1528. His passing sparked a series of internal power struggles and succession disputes that weakened the central authority. These conflicts, combined with economic decline and a fragmented administration, left the empire vulnerable to external threats. In 1591, the Moroccan army, armed with firearms and superior military technology, launched an invasion, decisively defeating the Songhai forces at the Battle of Tondibi. The Moroccan conquest, along with the loss of vital trade cities such as Timbuktu and Gao, severely disrupted the empire's political and economic structure. The loss of control over crucial trade routes and the collapse of central authority further fragmented the empire, leading to its eventual disintegration into smaller, weaker states. In conclusion, the Songhai Empire's power and prosperity were driven by a combination of factors, including its strategic geographic location, effective leadership, military dominance, and cultural advancements. The empire's ability to control trade routes and foster economic growth through agriculture and commerce enabled it to accumulate significant wealth. Strong political governance and military organization further bolstered its position, while the promotion of Islam and intellectual growth enhanced Songhai's cultural standing. These factors collectively contributed to making Songhai one of the most formidable empires in West African history before its decline in the late 16th century.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.